Hey, what is up, fight fans? In today's video, starting off with Khabib Nurmagomedov's crazy prediction and a few new statements from Islam Makhachev. We will also look at how Jack Della Maddalena is getting ready for his fight. Finally, journalists caught up with Ilia Topuria and asked him about those rumors of the breakup with his wife. And speaking of big events, Jon Jones wants to fight at the White House and his potential opponent is Alex Pereira. But then, Francis Ngannou jumped in, saying the biggest fight ever could only be between him and Jon Jones. So stick around, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Khabib Nurmagomedov was right once again. The man literally predicted the future. Back in 2014, before Islam Makhachev even set foot in the UFC, Khabib posted on social media, "My teammate Islam Makhachev, 11-0, one of the best young fighters in Europe. Remember his name, World Sambo Champion." Now that post was from December 21st, 2014, 11 years ago. Can you believe that? And here we are today. Islam Makhachev is just days away from making MMA history at UFC 322. For Islam, this isn't just another fight. It is a chance to cement his name among the greatest fighters of all time, and to possibly become a two-division UFC champion. In the 30-year history of the organization, only 10 fighters have ever done that. It is a rare achievement considering how many amazing athletes have stepped into the octagon. But it won't be easy. This time he's facing one of the most dangerous strikers in the sport, the welterweight king Jack Della Maddalena. Jack is bigger, longer, and hits like a truck. The real question is, will Islam risk standing up with him or take it back to his Dagestani roots and go full wrestler mode? Islam himself said, "If wrestling doesn't work, I'll strike." In a recent interview with Josh Thompson, Makhachev said,
I can strike with him, I can wrestling with him, grappling with him, but I know he also training hard for me because his last opponent, Bilal, we have like not same style, but Bilal also tried to wrestling, but he defends his wrestling very well. That's why I have to be ready. If he stop my wrestling, I'm gonna try again. If not happen, I will strike with him, no?
According to his coach Javier Mendez, this is the best version of Islam he's ever seen.
Thing that you saw from Islam in this camp, obviously it's probably a little bit stronger, right? He's not cutting as much weight, but was there an improvement or a specific part of his game that especially impressed you as you guys were getting ready for this one?
Every part of his game impressed me. He's improved everywhere. The stand-up, the ground, the conditioning, the mentality, you name it. This one, he eclipsed any other camp I've ever been with him. This is the best camp that I've ever seen him do with us. I've never witnessed him being this strong, this mentally prepared, and this hungry. He's this hungry. So I know what I have, and we have a hell of a challenger for that welterweight title, and I really strongly believe that we're going to take that title. But it ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy, But we have to respect Jack immensely in order to be able to do that. If we don't respect him, I think we can run into problems, but the problem with respecting him, everybody in our camp respects him immensely. So I think we're well on the right track.
Jack Della Maddalena isn't wasting a single second preparing for the biggest fight of his life. Knowing how dangerous Islam Makhachev is on the ground, Jack has been training with Jon Jones. What is even more interesting is that Jones has been teaching Jack how to escape the exact same choke Khabib used to finish Conor McGregor back in 2018. It is a smart move because Makhachev's ground game is built on the same system that Khabib mastered. Jack knows that once Islam gets a dominant position, it's usually game over.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fucking terrifying, Jack. That's the energy.
think both guys are great at certain things. It's going to all come down to the takedown defense of JDM. If he can get back up to his feet, if he can use the fence or stay off the fence, use his boxing, I think he definitely could give Islam a lot of troubles in the center of the octagon. You know, he's a great striker. He's big and powerful. But a lot of times we think of a lightweight going up to welterweight. It's a 15-pound weight difference. But Islam is not a small man. He's not short. He's, you know, I don't know, maybe 5'11". He's big. You know, he's a big guy. It's not like he's having to put on years of muscle to make this leap to the next weight class. He's a guy who's been holding his body back from naturally being bigger like it wants to be so he can compete at a lightweight division. He's going to fill into this weight class, and he's not going to look like a lightweight going up to a welterweight. He's going to look like a solid welterweight in a title fight. But it's going to come down to his ability to get takedowns and hold JDM down. If JDM can get back up over and over and scramble, I think he's going to give Islam a lot of problems with the exchanges of boxing.
People think Jack Della is going to be bigger. I don't think so. And he looks big, and he looks thick, and he looks strong. You know, with Jack Della, I love his style. I love him. I like his personality. I would love for him to win that bout, but unfortunately, I cannot go against Makhachev in this one. I think he is just so good. I think he's so good, and I don't think he's going to give up anything going up a weight. I think he's going to be great at that weight, to be honest.
Do you have a feeling about how this one will go?
No, I think this is one of those where I'm kind of 50-50, but if someone can really neutralize and really exploit some of the weaknesses that JDM has shown in the past, I think it's someone like Islam. Islam is very, very talented with his striking. Islam's got great grappling. And JDM is just, he's growing each and every time, each and every day. So this one is really one of those fights that I consider a toss-up.
That is why all eyes are on UFC 322 right now. If Makhachev beats Maddalena, we could be looking at a historic super fight between two double champions, Makhachev versus Topuria. That's the moment when even Topuria's fans will be cheering for Islam, hoping he wins so the UFC can make that dream fight happen. Because if Makhachev loses, that matchup loses all meaning. But Makhachev says that he'll have to wait and see what his weight class is after the fight, and then he'll decide which weight class he'd like to face Ilia Topuria in.
I want to fight in White House.
Why? What makes big
this
fight?
Is history. Madison Square Garden, White House, and
the biggest venues ever in the world.
Yeah, you know.
Biggest fight you could possibly make in the sport right now is after you get the win against welterweights to fight Ilia Topuria. The two of you guys. What's your thoughts on that? He came coming from 45 to 55.
I don't know. Let's see after the fight how I'm gonna feel, how much is gonna be my weight, and to 155 it's gonna be hard to make this fight. But 170, if I take the belt, I will be ready for anything.
Yeah.
Who can jump? Let's do it.
I'm gonna go like this, Ali. Have you too much training to defend yourself? This is for best fight. Joshua, don't get cut before your fight. Don't get cut before the fight. American people have gun, dangerous. You have gun? Yeah, I live in Texas now. Of course I have a gun. I have lots of them now. In your car? In the car, maybe. Gun.
NBA star Karl Anthony Towns recently met with Islam Makhachev and gave him a signed Minnesota Timberwolves jersey. Islam appreciated the gesture and joked back, saying, "After my fight, I'll give you my t-shirt."
After my fight, I will give you my... Oh, I would love that, man. Turn it.
Now, Khabib, of course, couldn't resist jumping in with a playful comment. Reacting to the photo of Islam and Towns, Khabib wrote, "He won't help you in our game." In the same interview with Weighing In, Islam opened up about how much Khabib truly means to him. He said that Khabib isn't just his coach or his friend, he's more like an older brother. Makhachev even admitted that if Khabib ever told him to retire, he would do it immediately.
Like, how much does Khabib mean to you?
Khabib like my old brother. If he tell me like,
why is he gotta be old? He's not that old.
no, it's but in our gym, in our republic, it's 1 hour. If you're older than someone, he can say something to you, you know. And these guys, if he told me like, for example, hey, you have to stop tomorrow, no more fightings, I will listen him, you know. He's the guy in our gym who take care of us, like who control us, who always wish us the best, you know. He know how to do this, you know, how to make the champions, you know, and not in the gym, you know, in life. In my life, he did everything for me.
In a recent interview with Aden Ross, Islam Makhachev told fans to stop calling his teammate John Pork.
No John Pork, John Go. No John Pork.
First question, ask for John Pork. They call our teammate John Pork. His nickname Chanko, but I don't know, people call him John Pork. Why? I introduced my team. This guy, Chanko, 2 times world professional Muay Thai champion. Oh. Guys, please don't call him John Pork. He's very upset. People recognize him in the street, you know?
Yeah.
They call him, hey, John Pork.
Не John Pork, а Chanko. Если можно, пожалуйста, не называйте меня так, мне это не нравится.
Doors, you know, and I promise him I will give you free haircut, and that's what I did, free. I not charge nothing.
Now, as you know, the internet has been going crazy the past few days with wild rumors that Ilia Topuria supposedly divorced his wife. Fans have made up all kinds of insane stories. I already made a video about this before when Topuria's haters took photos of his sister and claimed she was his new woman. Then they went even further, editing his wife's brother's face to make it look darker and saying she was now dating some rapper. And finally, journalists caught up with the Georgian superstar to ask him directly about all of the gossip, but Topuria's response was complete silence. So Topuria's fans are hoping that everything is fine with him and that we'll soon see him on the historic White House card against Islam Makhachev.
Not like a real man.
For you, I take it off.
Okay, if you have street fight, somebody gonna grab and give you like couple punch. That's why it's not good things.
There has been a lot of talk lately about the historic UFC event planned for the White House next June, something the organization has never done before. Everyone's wondering who will headline this massive card. Jon Jones has already made it clear he wants to be a part of it, ideally in a super fight against Alex Pereira. But now, Francis Ngannou has stepped in and made things even more interesting. In a recent interview with TMZ Sports, the former UFC heavyweight king said the biggest fight of all time can only happen with Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou. No disrespect to other fighters.
Biggest fight of all time can only happen with Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou. That's all what I can say about that. No disrespect for other fights or for other fighters. I think I respect all the fight and all the fighters, regardless of if they fight the main card or prelim or whatever or wherever. You know, I think great fights still happen everywhere. You know, I became a weight champion in the Apex, so with no crowd. So I respect fight as long as it's a fight. People putting in, you know, it's not about the place, but if you want to say biggest of all time, you make it biggest.
And in the White House, it would definitely be the biggest.
Yeah.
Ngannou's words reignited one of the most talked about what-if matchups in modern MMA. Fans still dream about seeing these two monsters face off. Jones, the greatest technician in heavyweight history, and Ngannou, the scariest puncher the sport has ever seen. Whether it happens at the White House card or not, one thing is clear. This fight would break every record the UFC has ever set.
Who is the best UFC fighter to watch right now?
Myself.
Who is the best Australian UFC fighter of all time?
Volk.
What is the best city to fight in?
Perth.
Who is the pound for pound #1 right now?
I guess you'd have to do Makhachev.
What is the best KO in UFC history?
Best KO. I think the McGregor-Aldo one was pretty solid.
What is the best UFC fight ever?
I like Rory McDonald and Robbie Lawler, the second one.
Who is the best UFC fighter of all time?
Anderson Silva.
I just want to thank each and every one of you. We are well on our way to 100,000, so thank you very much in advance, and let's keep going.